Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So yeah, I'm back from Portland, had a great time last week, but it's good to be home. And I've looked forward to this all week. I missed it. I guess I really have it bad. What do y'all think? So anyway, today I'll be using the slab mold. On the bottom, I'm going to do a solid layer, and I'm going to probably use, well, I am going to use Mad Micah's Goldfinger, but I might lighten it just a little bit with Nurture Soap's Sahara Gold. I'm not sure just yet, but that's kind of the plan, is to use both of those for a bottom layer. I want to get it nice and flat. I don't want to texture it. I want to put a mica line on that, and I was going to use Nurture Soap's Trial by Fire, but I'm afraid that with the white on the top it's going to bleed, so I'm going to use Nurture Soap's Raspberry Red for a mica line. Then on the top, which will be the top 2/3 of it, I'll have a white base, a strong white base with a lot of titanium dioxide, and then I'll draw the accent curl will be the accent swirl will be Twilight, which is a beautiful dark blue from Mad Micah's. So I will in the pot swirl that in, pour that on, and our fragrance is going to be Heavenly Honeysuckle from Brambleberry. So this accelerates, but not severely. But I am taking a risk because I've done a steeper than usual water discount because I'm going to be using a lot of titanium dioxide in this. So let's just see how it goes. Give me a minute to get things set up, and I will be right back. Okay, it's time to work on our base layers. So I'm going to put probably a teaspoon of the Sahara Gold in. Stir it in and see what I think. Of course, it usually does just turn it kind of a gold like. I just didn't want it real dark, which is why I thought I would probably mix the two of these together, because that's a little lighter than I want. So now let's darken this up a little bit with about a teaspoon of the Goldfinger. Maybe just under a teaspoon. Let's see what that does. Yep, looks good. Looks good. I'm happy with that. Because I know I have a steeper than usual water discount, and I know the fragrance accelerates and I want a flat layer, I'm going to do a little less stick blending. I'm going to pour a quarter of the fragrance in, hand stir it, and just give a very, very quick blast with the stick blender and get it in the mold quickly. Just a quickie to finish emulsifying everything. But it's still nice and fluid. This doesn't cause severe acceleration. But I don't want to waste too much time with it because I want this nice and flat. But look how nice and fluid that is. Beautiful. Yes, that's wonderful. Okay, that's going to have to sit quite a while because look how fluid that is, so I'll be back. Okay, this is set up. Let's get our mica vein on. This is not really as red as I wanted, but I just do not think that Trial by Fire is a good idea right on a very, very white soap. I think I'll be sorry. And while I'm at it, let's clean the sides of this mold up. And the easiest way to do that is just to take some rubbing alcohol and run down the sides. And it wipes it right up. Alright, now let's work on our next layers. So we're going to work on our blue first. So I'm going to pour off about 1/4 of the total batch for our blue. And this is this beautiful Mad Micah's Twilight. And I want that really dark because I want the white really white. And yes, that looks wonderful. I hope you can see that. Yeah, I think you can. So now let's do our white. So I have my titanium dioxide mixed in hot water. So let's get this in here. Stir it in, and of course I'll have to stick blend this, which will really brighten it up. And I'm scraping this down because I don't want any of this uncolored batter mixed in. So we'll set that aside. No, actually I'm going to do it first because I'll go lightest to darkest. So let me give this a stick blend to brighten that white up. And I'm a little reluctant, but I'm going to go ahead and put the fragrance in. But I'm going to work fast. Just kind of stir that around a little bit with the stick blender. Just give it a quick buzz. And now let's work on our blue quickly. Get the rest of our fragrance into our blue. And give it a quick buzz. That's holding up well. That's a nice consistency. I'm panicking for nothing. Although it's not as white as I wanted. Give this a little stir. Give this a quick buzz. And that's actually holding up really well. So while I'm waiting on that to thicken just a tad, when I do a mica line, I like to squirt it with some rubbing alcohol just to get it wet, and that kind of holds it in place. So let's do our in the pot. And I'm going to save that for the top. And here we go. I'm going to pour that on the spatula just to make sure we don't mess up that mica line. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is going to be a nice one. do have a little bit of yellow in from that fragrance oil. I don't remember that happening because there's a lot of titanium dioxide in that. Oh, perfect. Okay, now let's just get the rest of this on the top. Just give this a swirl. And we'll give this a squirt of rubbing alcohol to prevent soda ash. Just flatten it just a little bit. And I'll let that sit for 5 minutes and squirt it again and wrap it up heavily over here on the radiator for a half an hour. And turn it off and put it to bed. And I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. All right, bye. Okay, we're back to cut our soap. I think I'm going to be really happy with it. The bottom color is exactly what I wanted, and I think I got a nice smooth flat line. I really wanted a bright white, and I used a lot of titanium dioxide. I'm just really hoping that I did enough of a water discount that I don't have glycerin rivers, but let's go ahead and see. That's the only thing I noticed up front is I really wanted a brighter white, and as much TD as I used, it should be blinding. But let's take a peek and see. Here we go. I think it's going to look nice. I think it'll be alright. Now I don't see any glycerin rivers. Look here. How that mica vein pulled clear up into the soap. Look at that. That is really bizarre. Did on this one too. Look at that. Oh well. Smells good too. No, that's pretty much what I wanted though, and the mica vein really shows that nicely. So let's cut some from this other log and see if it looks any different. Probably won't. That is so weird. I guess I probably put too much mica down, and then the soap, when it ran across, it must have swirled it up inside. That's the only thing I can think of happened. I've never seen that before. Now that one really has it all throughout. Very strange. That's the only theory I can come up with, is that I put too much of a mica vein on it. But it doesn't look bad. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this. If I did it again, which I probably will, I would use a fragrance that I know is clear so I get a brighter white. And I would probably use a little less accent. There's a little more blue in that than I wanted, so it's just all kind of smeared in together. Not bad by any means. But I probably would use less accent. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with it. And it does smell good. Really happy with this fragrance, especially for one that supposedly accelerates, which I know it does. It behaved really well on me, so I'll finish cutting those and get a snapshot, but I'm really happy with this overall. I have some brambleberry fragrances that are out for delivery right now, so we'll be testing some new fragrances next week. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!